Message log 631, year 2360, month 6, day 3. Observer Chronicle, continued. Begin.
This is my third message. Ophidian lords entered our galaxy, completely taking over quadrants 1 through 5. 4 planets are now under Ophidian control. These continue to have a grip on the minds of all beings, alien and indigenous alike. Reports of the endless number of alien gladiators flooding into our galaxy also include a number of alien spectators who dominate interdimensional portals and landing sites. Their number are now in the hundreds of millions and threaten to overwhelm planet-native populations. The only common societal structure dominating the galaxy is the arena culture of the Ophidian games. No one in our galaxy has challenged the League or the Lords. Any challenge is ill-advised at this time. Please respond.
End message.
Hey Kickstarters, this is Robert with Hack and Slash Games, and today I want to talk to you about Ophidian 2360, the Gladiator combat card game. But before I do, a brief history lesson. So back in 2003, I owned a comic and game store called Middle-earth. And even back then, I was looking for a game that would be exciting and engaging to my customers, and I found one. That game was called Ophidian 2350, which is the product shown on my left and right. So I ordered Ophidian 2350, brought it into the shop, had everybody set up and play, and everybody loved it. They were totally taken back by all the new game mechanics. They told me they had never played anything like it before. No other card game was the same as this game, and I was just ecstatic. I went to go reorder more, and guess what? Completely gone. Seems that Fleer, the company that put it out, went bankrupt about 3 months after the game's initial release, meaning that this game never got to see anything but a very small distribution, and it definitely never got a chance to get big. Fast forward to 11 years later, I'm sitting at home on my computer, perusing the auction sites, and I see this huge cache of Ophidian 2350. Now, I had assumed that when Fleer went bankrupt, all the product was destroyed. And in the 11 years since then, I'd never seen this stuff other than little bits and pieces here and there, probably from the few stores that ordered it when it was initially released. So when I saw this huge cache, I thought, wow, boom, light bulb went off. Got on the phone, started calling people. Next thing you know, I own all the inventory for the original product and a license to reproduce the game. And that's exactly what this Kickstarter is all about. What I've done is I've brought back the game using the original game mechanics. Then I turned around and updated all the templates. We went and got all new artists. We put together this fantastic relaunch of Ophidian. Now, there are some subtle differences between the original game and the game that I'm showing you right now in this Kickstarter. Specifically, the original game was a CCG. Now, everybody these days hates CCGs, so unless you're a hardcore Magic player, you're not throwing money in CCGs. I totally get that. And honestly, I'm kind of the same way. So what I did is I said, hey, let's take this game and change it into an ECG or expandable card game format. And that's what I did. The next thing I did was I modernized the templates, and I went out there and I found the best artists I could find. And let me tell you, I am just totally taken back by the creativity and the incredible artwork that I have managed to put together for this game. I think if you look at it, you're going to be blown away too. So, other than the artwork and the template upgrade, the game plays exactly the same. You could actually take the old product and new product and put it together on the same play mats and game boards and be able to play it just fine. So really, that's what I want to talk to you next about is gameplay specifically. So let's talk gameplay and what makes this game unique and different than any other card game you've ever played. Starting with the theme. So the theme is gladiator combat set in the future. The combatants come from a multiverse. So all different universes, all different dimensions, all different planets, they select their greatest and most powerful gladiator to send them out here in the arena to do battle. And as such, what you're going to see is multi-genres represented in this game. So it's entirely possible to have a wizard fighting a robot. Or an alien fighting a demon. So you're going to see representations of science fiction, fantasy, steampunk, modern combat. All of those themes represented right here in this game. No other game is doing that. Also, let's talk about the mechanics specific to this card game. And there's several key mechanics I want to talk about here just to give you a general overview. As its base setup, it's 2 opponents or 4 opponents. Each opponent is going to have a team of up to 4 gladiators on the field of battle, duking it out in the arena. And those cards are double-sided, so you can see the cards get more powerful as time goes by. So just like typical RPGs where you have a level 1, level 2, level 3 character and they get progressively more powerful, the cards represented here do the same thing. So on top of the gladiators actually doing attacks and having abilities, you're going to have cards in your hand. And those cards you'll be able to play on your gladiators to buff them up, add weapons, summon a minion, etc. Or play them on your opponent's gladiators to weaken them, destroy their minions, do different things to them, degrade them, and etc. But here's where we start throwing a little twist in it. So in this game, we've eliminated turns. That's right. None of this, you play a card, I play a card. You play a card, I play a card. That's boring. We needed something that would accurately simulate real-time combat, and we've done that in a system we like to call the momentum. So in the momentum, everything you do in this game, moving forward and attacking, playing cards both on yours and your opponent's characters, retreating, playing a card that's a reaction, or doing something, an ability on your gladiator. All of these things have a symbol on them to indicate whether they are positive, negative, variable, meaning you'd have to either roll dice or read the text to determine whether it would be positive or negative, or a response to a specific action or something that's happening in the battle. So long as you are playing positive cards and doing positive things, such as moving forward and attacking, playing a positive card, etc., you can continue to play card after card, action after action, and build unique combinations to defeat your opponent before they're able to do anything back to you. Now, on top of that, the gladiators themselves, as I mentioned, are double-sided. They move around the battlefield into different positions, and they attack both other characters on the board, other gladiators. They have all different abilities. Now, as they're doing these attacks and as they're jumping in front of each other, defending each other, they're going to be earning cheer points because let's face it, this is a gladiator combat game. It's a spectator sport, and it's all about making the crowd happy. So as they're earning these cheer points, you're going to be keeping track of it on this cheer track, which is over here on the right-hand side. Now, cheer is a victory condition, and the first person to 15 cheer will win the game. It's one of 3 different victory conditions. Including total annihilation, obviously, or a victory point condition at the end of the game, whoever has the most. Now, while it's really easy to think, oh, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and build up cheer points, you can also use cheer as an interrupt. So if you go back to my original discussion when I was talking about how the cards, as long as they're positive, you can keep chaining them together to create combos, you can use something in this game called the roar of the crowd. You can spend a cheer point, and what the crowd will do is actually distract your opponent. And by doing that, you convert one of their positive actions or positive cards into a negative action, thereby stealing the momentum and giving you the chance to proceed with your card combinations. Now, I'm telling you folks, you're not going to see that in any other game out there. So as I wrap this up, I want to talk to you about why you want to back this Kickstarter. And I've got 3 good reasons that I want to talk to you about. Reason number 1, the foremost and the most important, this is a great game. You're never going to see any other card game that plays like this game. And honestly, guys, the art in this game, when you see what we've done, it's going to blow your socks off. There is literally no other card game on the market that has art this dynamic and incredible as this game. Reason number 2, and this is really important and dear to me, is We are printing everything in this game. The cards, the dice, the tokens, the playmats, everything in this game is being produced here in the United States of America. So none of this stuff is getting printed in China. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means a couple things. Number one, it means extremely high quality components. I'll just go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. We're printing this game at Cardamundi in Dallas, Texas. They're the exact same people that print Magic the Gathering. So you know that you're going to get quality components coming out of that printer. And we're right here in Texas ourselves, so we'll be able to go right to the printer and watch the cards shooting right off the thing. We're going to make sure that quality is number one. Second of all, because everything's sourced right here in the United States, you're not going to have to deal with Chinese New Year, Chinese labor strikes, flooding in China. We're going to have everything to you in less than 4 months. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, the cards we'll have to you in less than 4 months. If you back us on the playmats, we'll be able to get those out to you in less than a month and a half. The third reason is we're going to have some unique backer levels that you're not going to see in any other Kickstarter. So sure, we're going to have custom Rage tokens. We're going to have these fantastic playmats available in 4 and 5 different types that you can choose from. We're definitely going to have Kickstarter exclusives that you're only going to get here. But I want to talk to you about 2 other backer levels that no other Kickstarter is really doing. First of all, I'm a former veteran, and so I wanted to make a Kickstarter level that you can pledge money and I will send games to troops in their deployments. Because let's tell you folks, sometimes it can be really boring out there in deployments. I remember from when I was a vet. So having something like this that's unique and comes as a gift will make a veteran very happy. Second of all, as a former game store owner, I wanted to make sure that I was supporting and my company was supporting game stores both now and in the future. So I have a retail backer level specifically designed for comic and game stores. What it does is it gets them copies of the game, free shipping, and at less than the cost if they would have waited and went to a distributor after the Kickstarter is over. So my retailer backer levels are designed to make stores money. So if you're a game store and you're watching this video, or you're one of those guys that is really good friends with a game store owner, you need to send them our direction, have them come and back this Kickstarter. We're going to make the store money, and we're going to be here to support the stores both now and in the future. Hey folks, we've worked very hard to get where we are right now. We've been slogging it out, driving from con to con to con all over the United States, giving out thousands of dollars in the 2350 product just to get the word out about this great game. We've done interviews and blog posts and sent games to reviewers, and we put hours in working with artists and playtesting the game. All of these things for the love of the game. And we've done pretty well. We got funded on Kickstarter in the first 24 hours, so this game is definitely getting printed. But with your support, we can take this project to the next level. Back us on Kickstarter today, and we'll be able to hit those stretch goals. We'll be able to get more cards, bring in more artists, make new things, maybe even get another deck or 2 out of this bad boy. So please, back us today, and while you're at it, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, go tell your local gaming group, reach out to your local comic and game store, and tell them about us. We're out here working for them and working for you. So back this Kickstarter today. I really appreciate your time and support. This is Robert with Hack and Slash Games, and I'll see you in the arena.